AI model trained to distinguish best targets of antibodies. AI is a powerful tool, particularly in the healthcare setting. Analyzing medical data, helping sort patient schedules and prescriptions, and predicting medical conditions are just some of the upsides. But what if it can be used to predict what germs our bodies can best fight? That's the angle in the new study that showed the link between the genetic properties of human antibodies and preferred pathogenic targets. The human antibodies are part of adaptive immunity, the more specialized immune response against tougher germs. When first responders fail to control the situation, data is sent over to the higher authority to warrant a backup. But it can take some time before the big guns can act. The reason is the long priming time. Once done, T and B cells approach the battlefield, and antibodies are released to disable the bad guys. Spectacular as that sounds, the reality is a little bit disappointing. You see, antibodies are not that flexible on the battlefield. They are created for a specific opponent only. Antibodies for influenza A will not be effective against influenza B, and vice versa. That's why our yearly flu shots cover as many strains as possible to enable the production of multiple anti-flu antibodies. Why? Because the immune system reloads for new antibodies very slowly. The best way is to prime multiple B cells for different flu strains. At the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, researchers utilized the data about pathogens and antibodies. Lead author and professor Nicholas Wu said that in 20 years, scientists discovered around 5,000 antibodies against influenza viruses. But in just 2 years, experts identified 8,000 antibodies against COVID-19. Some antibody sets are better against infection, while other sets aren't versus the same infection. Published in the journal Immunity, they created a machine learning model to make the predictions. The team used the data from 88 published studies and 13 patents. That yielded enough data sets to train their model, which would predict the genetic sequences of human antibodies. It was tested with a focused goal of distinguishing whether sequences coded for antibodies target the regions of the flu virus or the COVID-19 virus. Even though the model is still in its infancy, the early performance already showed nearly 85% accuracy in predicting the best targets. The team is working on improvements to up the accuracy of the model in predicting matches. If they succeed, antibody-based treatments may get the most benefits. Therapies may be tailored based on the genes of individual patients. Scientists can also tweak the technique to know the antibodies better at fighting other infections, such as HIV, TB, and Ebola. What's your take on using AI to predict the best antibodies against infections? Will you be comfortable knowing that an AI made the prediction? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Till our next video, thanks for watching.